Good morning. We are extremely pleased that you are here. It is good to come together for the purpose of co-creating. Do you agree? Yes. You're knowing what you are wanting? Are you enjoying the expansion of your personal desire? That's a good thing. Because if you are enjoying your own desire, that means that your beliefs are somewhere in the vicinity of them. We're eager to talk with you about anything that you want to talk about. There is nothing that is off limits. What we want to help you to realize, and it will be really easy for you to realize it in this environment, is that you are capable of anything that you desire with just a little vibrational tweaking. And that vibrational tweaking is easy, but it's something that you have to practice. And because you've practiced opposition to it for a while, then letting go of those practice thoughts will be a part of the process of your coming into alignment more with who you are. As we visit, it would become clearer and clearer. We'll talk with each of you in the way that is most likely to lead you down your path of least resistance to a vibrational stance that will help you to allow what you want, to allow the clarity in the moment. Did you know that the vibration of a question and the vibration of an answer are different vibrations, different frequencies? Just like you can't set your radio dial on 98 FM and hear what's being broadcast on 106 AM. The frequencies have to match up. The transmitter and the receiver have to be in sync. So you have been, through the exposure to life, you've been synthesizing, sorting, sifting, coming to conclusions and preferences, and you've been launching rockets of desire with the help of the source within you. So there is this beingness that is you, this worthy, prosperous, vital, alive being, surrounded with all of the things that you have identified that are important to you, that you want, that for the most part you're not quite yet a very good match to. This seminar really is about helping you to come into vibrational alignment with who you really are, to allow the whole of you to be present. Because when the whole of you is present, not only do you have clarity, which is delicious, not only do you have vitality, which is delicious, not only do you feel love and worthiness, which is delicious, but you are allowing the whole of who you are to be present, which is powerful. It is intoxicating. It is who you are. And once you begin experiencing that sort of alignment, where you're streaming that inspiration on a regular basis, you will never again be willing to step back into negative commentary or negative thought that deprive you of all of those resources. The leverage of alignment is unfathomable through your physical terms in the sense of comparison. But now here's a very interesting thing. There's no such thing as no in a universe that is based upon attraction. This is an inclusion-based universe, which means the things that you look at, that you want, that you say yes to, you include them in your vibration. They become part of your attraction. But those things that you don't want, that you shout no at, you also include in your vibration, because the universe is not differentiating between the word yes and no. It is only differentiating between your attention to it or your not attention to it. You see what we're getting at? So you can shout no all day long at things you do not want, and they come to you stronger and stronger and stronger because of your attention to them. Isn't that a good thing to know? So here are the laws of the universe simply explained so that you can understand how it is that things are coming to you or to others because of your attention. So when you give your attention to something and you're thinking about it in very general terms, in that general attention to it, there is less momentum. The more you think about it, the faster the momentum. So when you've given your attention to something, your undivided attention to something, and you've given your attention longer and longer, law of attraction just fills in more and more details for you. And the more detailed a subject becomes, then the stronger your point of attraction is. The more general you are, the less. And so when we talk about law of attraction, we have to use the word or put the word momentum into the equation, because if you understand that law of attraction and momentum go together, then sorting this out will be a very easy thing for you. So let's get going. What do you want to talk about? So much has happened. We're in such a good place. Let's not mess it up. Let's take the momentum that we've already established and let's hold that place of knowing that all is well and acknowledge that you're an extension of source energy and you are here with great purpose, and that purpose is joyful beingness. That purpose is discovering a way to let the natural resources of well-being flow to you through the details of your preferences. Did you hear that? The resources of well-being flow to you through the details of your important preferences. You've been sifting and living and identifying your important preferences, and not one of your preferences has gone unnoticed or untended to. Who you are and what you want in detail beyond our ability to find verbal description exists in your vortex, in your vibrational reality. And now it's your work to create somehow, you're going to have to figure it out, a vibrational atmosphere, a mood. You are the creator of the mood that allows you the realization of the unfolding of all of these preferences. And you've put enough there to keep yourselves happily discovering for 20 or 30 lifetimes. It's such an abundance of magnificent detail that you have defined and that you still continue to define. So what we're wanting to say to you is that while you do, everyone does, you have some beliefs that are not serving you. The source within you knows who you really are and what you really want. In other words, all day, every day, as you sift through the contrast of your experience, you are launching these rockets of desire. I don't want to be rude. I want to be kind. I don't want others to be rude. I want others to be kind. I don't want to not have enough of this. I want to live in prosperity of health and dollars and so forth. So as you've been launching these rockets of desire, these vibrations have emanated from you and have added to this vortex of creation that you were when you were born, that pure positive energy, all-knowing, powerful, worthy being that you are. When you made the decision to come into this body, you didn't come to fix things that were broken. You know there were not any broken things. You came for the joyous experience of joyful expansion. And so there was a trajectory, there was momentum. We call that your vortex. It's this vibrational reality that has the potential of manifesting, but you have to, in your conscious awareness, be in a vibrational place that is in harmony with what's in this vortex. So you all have 24 hours a day, but the effort factor is so limited. When you are counting on your effort to compensate for alignment that you're not doing, you just can't make it up with hard work. There's just not enough action in the world to compensate for that misalignment of energies. But with just a little bit of awareness and understanding of how this all works, you can find yourself in vibrational alignment with who you really are, and you can access the energy that creates worlds and flow it through your vantage point toward the creation of whatever you want. You can feed the hungry. You can help the world find its balance. You can be or do or have anything that you choose, but you cannot do it from your disconnected, cut off from source energy perspective. You can't join the complainers and the pushers againsters and accomplish or be what you've come to be. So some of you have been listening to us for a while, yes? And you've been hearing us talking about law of attraction. and how powerful it is, and how there's no exclusion. And even though there's a war against drugs and a war against cancer and a war against teenage pregnancy and a war against and a war against and a war against a war against poverty, a war against the war against terrorism, a war against, all of those things are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Not one of those wars against anything is making anything smaller, because there is no exclusion. You cannot push it away. You only bring more of it to you, you see. And so the key to the happily ever after that you're wanting, the key is to clean up your focus. But you can't just all of a sudden stop thinking something that you've been thinking, because the law of attraction is bringing thoughts to you like the ones that are most active. So you've got to find ways of deactivating what you don't want by going general, and activating more and more what you do want, becoming more and more specific. You see what we're getting at? If you find yourself in the middle of a conversation about something that you do not want, stop talking about it as soon as you can. That helps. And in time, you'll stop talking about it, you'll stop thinking about it, you'll stop attracting it, you'll stop being part of that. Your point of attraction will shift. And that's really what we want to talk about here today. Let's get going. Let's sort it out a little bit at a time. It is our expectation that you will push the reset button today, that you will find vibrational alignment with who you are, and that you will participate in the energy of that alignment long enough that you will be forever vibrationally changed. Now, we don't mean this alignment that is certain to happen today is not like a college degree where once you get the certificate, you just hang it on your wall and it's yours forevermore. It's not like that, because your alignment either is or isn't in the moment. But you're going to be able to tell from now on whether you're in alignment or not, because you can tell by the way you feel. Your emotions are the key to your alignment. The better you feel, the more in alignment with who you are and all that you've become you are. The worse you feel, the more out of alignment you are. Sort of like the hot and cold game. Kate wanted to play that with Jerry and Esther when she was really little. They played it in a big building. She would hide something in the building, and then she would give them clues so that they could find it. You're getting warmer, she'd say. You're getting warmer. You're getting warmer. Getting colder. And because she knew where it was, and because she gave good clues, they always found it. It was so much fun. Sometimes Jerry would pretend that colder was warmer and warmer was colder, but Kate never let him get away with that. You know better than that. You know what warmer means, Jerry. You know what warmer means. You know. And you know what good feels like. And you know what not good feels like. So stop pretending that you don't know. You know. You know when you feel good, and you know when you don't. Because you have the ability, because of who you are, and because of your power of focus, and because of the laws of the universe, you have the ability to focus anything that you desire into reality. You can't create for others, but you can create anything. You can be or do or have anything that you define as something that you want, as long as your own thought does not contradict it. And that's a really interesting thing, because sometimes you want things that you just don't believe. Sometimes you believe things that you don't want. But the most important factor is, what is your belief? Because your belief is your most practiced thought. We want to say to you that you are loved. But more than that, we want you to hear it and know it when you hear it. We want to say to you that you are loved in the purest form, but words don't teach. You have to let the universe show you how loved you are. But the tricky thing about that is, you won't let the universe show you how loved you are when you don't feel loved. So you're in this sort of cycle of not feeling loved, but needing something to give you the reason to feel loved before you feel loved, but you can't get there from there. So just go find some way to feel love, will you? Just go somewhere. Just go somewhere and look for the evidence of it, because it's all around you. Like, for example, you could notice that the sun came up this morning. Now, you want to say, oh, that wasn't for me. Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes, it was.